It's me. I'm back with a vengeance, and this time I brought my erstwhile pal, Lisa Eldridge, who's going to do some beautiful makeup on me today.
Absolutely. I think we need a change, quite frankly. I think we need to leave the eyeliner just to one side, just for today. And I'm going to suggest something a bit more 80s to you, which I know is not your thing. You're very 60s, you're into that whole vibe. I think we can do this in a really stylish Alexa way.
Okay.
So a bit of Stephanie Seymour, a bit of Nick Rhodes in there, bright colours, but in your style, but just to mix it up a bit, really. You know.
Okay, so
we'll do something
glam.
quite glam, a little bit more supermodel-y of that era. Fashiony,
Excusez-moi. Cool. Here we are. Are your brushes clean?
Of course they are.
Another thing that people don't talk about is how important it is to keep a clean kit and makeup bag.
I don't understand dirty brushes. I really don't understand it, because you can't do good makeup. Get gentle shampoo and kind of put a little bit in your hands, do a bit of that, squeeze them out, rinse them really well, and then the trick is put them back into a really nice shape before they dry. And then dry them off the end of a table so the air circulates and they dry really nicely.
Well, la-di-da. So what's going to happen then? What colour are you putting on now?
We're going to go a little bit purpley on the eyes, which I know is going to freak you out. So I'm starting with a browny plum colour, so it's not too shocking.
Do you know what's funny is I'm not even that bothered about purples, but for some reason in my company, whenever we're choosing Pantones or like colours for something, I'm always like, ooh, what about lilac?
Oh,
but like I don't actually wear lilac, I just can't stop making it.
You're drawn to it.
Love it.
It's a lovely colour.
Apparently purple's the colour of longing.
Oh, is it? Oh, what does that say about you?
Just longing for some sleep. Am I please?
So yeah, so this is not too purpley yet, but I am going to work on top, and I'm going to put a little bit of glitter over this as well, since we're going for the full disco. So I've put on a more of a muted purpley brown colour, and now I'm going in with a very strong electric colour.
It looks like a mermaid's bra.
It does look like a mermaid's bra, but on top of this lovely muted shade.
So it's brown underneath?
Yeah, it's kind of like a muted plum shade underneath.
And then, from what I can feel, you just do it in the corners?
I'm doing it in the centre and into the corner.
Okay.
Bit of a wash. See, I like that. Now, because the thing with purples and reds and those plummy colours around the eyes, it can all get a little bit rabbity, quite frankly, so we're going to keep a lot of black now around the lashes, so really black lashes, some black liner.
What does rabbity mean?
You know, pink eyes. This is a mixture of the 3 shades. I'm just going to smoke along that lower lash line.
Do you know, I watched Mad Men the other day. Oh, I can't tell this story because it's a spoiler alert.
Oh,
okay, let's just say that one of the characters dies.
Really?
And
hold on, I'm confused. Mad Men's finished.
It has, but just in case someone's not seen it.
Okay.
Anyway, and when in her like will, she's like, oh, and I want you to get the lipstick from my purse. That's what I want to wear in my coffin. I was like, ugh. And then I thought, actually, I suppose that is a thing.
Yeah, that's what Marilyn Monroe did. She had her makeup artist that had worked with her all throughout her career.
Did her
She
face?
made a pact with him. If anything happens to me, you have to do my makeup. And he did her makeup.
I'll do yours.
Okay, thank you. What are you going to do on me? What look am I going to have? Eyeliner?
I'm going to give you
flicky eyeliner?
purple eyes with mermaid bra
Just
eyeshadow.
to get back at me. He's like, well, I'm going to give her
I'm going to make you look really
neon kind of purple eyes.
And a wig.
This?
What's that?
A little bit of glitter.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, close. Just going to pop this on. Going to do this before the concealer, in case we've got any droppage. Just going to use that on to send. Oh, yes. Gorgeous. This is actually quite a foolproof look, because you just put the colour on, just keep a clean brush, and when in doubt, just keep going over with a clean buffing brush. Just keep blending those edges. And because the glitter is meant to be, it's not meant to be like plastered on, it's kind of a feeling more than a technical thing.
Right.
So you can kind of get away with just patting it on. So we're going to massage into your lash line. It doesn't have to be, I don't want it to be a kind of like graphic line, so it's more, because you've got all this colour, so it's nice to ground it with something which is darker.
So that's
It's quite a dark purple.
Like a brown.
Yeah, it's like a browny, burgundy, deep colour. And I'm going to use a bit of black as well.
Did people do this in the 80s?
Yeah, they did.
I remember my sister had like a huge colour palette thing and it was all like electric colours.
Yeah, I mean this is quite a chic 80s look, really. This is more of a kind of fashiony look, but it was usually orange, blue, yellow, purple, pink. Now I've used some black eyeliner. This is a black kohl pencil just along the lower lash line.
Yeah, it was really hypnotic. I was like, whoa.
And I'm just going to let that kind of work its way in. And that's very 80s to have that kind of dark black kohl pencil all along the inner waterline there. Focus on something, keep your eyes on that thing, keep your eyes on that thing. Voila. Right. Plenty of black mascara, and we need a lot.
Which one's that, please?
This is SENSAI, which is a Japanese one, because this is going to stay on for tonight.
Oh.
It doesn't smudge. It's one of the smudge-proof ones. Okay, let's see. Right. Now we have to remove this area
of your head.
Now we have
to remove
your head
moustache
from here down, because the eyes of the glitters drop down here. So that happens a lot when you're using strong colours or glitter. Do the eyes first and then do your foundation afterwards. So I'm going to remove that and then do your foundation.
Okay. Yeah. With concealer, if it's too light, it just makes it look worse.
Ashy, yeah. People who are a little bit blue under the eyes, and if it's too light, you get that grey vibe. So you need something which is peachier or a little bit more, just richer really, to counteract the blueness. I mean, everyone's different. Some people have more pigmentation under the eyes. Yours aren't bad. You have a tiny bit of purple. So this is why I'm using a slightly more yellowy, peachy yellow.
I am very tired.
So what I've done now is that I've used a little bit of concealer here and there. Not that much because, you know, got perfect skin.
Thanks.
Yawn, yawn. But we've got a little bit under the eyes, and I used a little bit around your nose, centre of your chin, in between your eyes.
Lisa, can't wait to, because I know that you want to tell everyone that I've got a horse face.
No, I don't, because I've got a horse face as well. I said we've both got horse faces earlier on. I said, but I won't say that on camera. Now you've made me say it. But
yeah.
we have got horse faces.
I know.
And that's why we can't wear crazy amounts of makeup.
Nick.
Okay. Brows.
Yeah, I love.
We're going to go big.
Brooke.
And wild Brooke eyebrows.
Brooke eyebrows.
Brooke Shields, isn't she just the mega babe of brows?
Yeah.
Even now, I mean, I'm kind of obsessed with her. Yeah. So I'm using this little pen. Let me show you. This is nice because you can draw actual eyebrow hairs.
Cool.
And it is waterproof.
Do you think if you had the time you could do a quite convincing beard in that?
Definitely. I think for tonight we should do a kind of hipster little...
Can I have a goatee, please?
Yeah, I think that's perfect for tonight. So we're going to brush them up to start with, and this just helps me to see how they look when they're brushed up. And then I always brush them down.
Can you brush them all down? I just want to see.
But that's what I do. That's how I do brows. And I think when I meet a new client that doesn't know my ways and I brush them all down, you can see the panic because they think, oh,
let's reenact it.
So I go like this. Yeah, and they go like that, and I say, don't worry.
Why?
I just do that because I like to see the architecture. I like to see the foundations. And when the brow goes down, you can actually see where there's any gaps, like underneath. So I can see that there, when I brush them down, I can do that, which you wouldn't be able to do while they're brushed up. And then when you brush them back, you're like, oh, well, that's just fill in that gap.
So what are we going for with brows? It's the arch up.
Yeah, we're going to do them natural, I think. So we're doing lots of extra hairs here, and then underneath, just going to fill in. And we love this wild effect that's going on at the end here. Next, we're going to do some soap brows, and this is a block of soap with some water. And I'm going to make your brows all 80s fabulous. And
why are you using soap?
Because they'll stick like that. Have a look.
Because they're dirty. Oh, I love that.
And gorgeous. Right, we'll let those set. Now, blush.
I'm coming for you, Brookie.
We are going to do Guy Bourdin blush.
Gorge.
But not too chiselly. So, I'm going to start with a soft pink, and then I'm going to go hot pink. So.
Beware the horse head.
So,
me?
Yep, stay straight like that. And so I'm going to go along. I'm not going to go underneath your cheekbone. I'm just going to go slightly on top of your cheekbone and put a wash all the way along there.
This reminds me of swimming club in the 80s.
Yeah, it's very that.
The balcony of mothers with a shiny bob cardigan with massive shoulder pads and
yes, you're there.
Full blush.
You are there. There's hardly anything on the brush, so I know it feels like there's a lot, but there isn't. This is the base layer, and this is the good way to do it. Honestly, to make it modern, you don't want to go in straight with the strong strokes.
Right.
So I'm going to go in with a light wash first. So I'm using these colours which look insanely bright, and they are, but I'm using them really softly. This side. So it's like a little tickle rather than a...
Feels really relaxing.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a very light layer of blush. Hardly anything, but it's a base layer. Now I'm going to go in with a slightly pinker. This is the blush that I'm going to use on your cheeks next. But so I have a nice seamless finish, I'm going to start on your eyes and take that up to the blush there. Right, blush. Now we're talking. Now you have got blush on. Have a
You're
look.
Laughing.
No, we're going to tone it in. It's all going to be toned in, don't worry. I know it's a little scary for you. You don't do this.
That's like in changing rooms when they walk into a room, they're like surprised. They're like, oh.
Okay, let's have a look. Oosh, yes. Now I'm loving it. Oops, I'm going to do this.
Might as well face it, you're addicted to blush.
I like that. Little pink there. Okay, so we're going to do lips now. I'm thinking proper cyclamen pink.
So can't you just say fuchsia?
Just say fuchsia. No, it's much more. A fuchsia lip. Yeah. My way of doing this is to...
You made me pay attention to you then. You're like...
Now listen,
Lisa just kicked me.
My way of doing this is follow the natural lip line to start with, and even if you know that you want to completely change the shape of your lips, particularly when you're using red or a dark pink, the reason I like to do this is because once the lipstick's on, following your natural lip shape, you can actually see the shape and then pencil afterwards, because if you do that line around the outside before of where you think it's going to look good, you don't actually see the full picture. Okay. So better to do your first layer with the lipstick, and then we will, because we're going to go pouty, full lipped.
Big mouth.
Yeah, because the 80s was all about
big mouth strikes
bobs and big gobs, you know, big mouths and bobs.
Bobs and gobs.
And, yeah, bobs, gobs and shoulder
pods.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we've roughly done the natural lip shape there. Firstly, great colour. Secondly, let's fix the shape. So I'm actually going to use a pink pencil to get the shape, and then I'm going to use a red pencil just to contour and shade the inner corners so we get that
so
nice volume.
Like it's coming at you.
Yeah, it's really coming at you. So the trick with this is when you're applying the pencil, just to almost massage, to do like lots of small circles, rather than just doing that line around the outside, and then it just never looks like you've overdrawn. Particularly because we're using a matte lipstick and a matte pencil, so you can't really see where the real lips are and the new shape is. And then once you've done that, kind of draw a little bit onto the lips as well. And just keep stepping back and checking the shape. Okay, and then smile for me, lips together. This is a really good cheat for the lower lip, because everyone has that little bit of extra give underneath the lower lip. And if you just smile and go right down to where that little ridge is, you'll get an extra bit of volume there. Just adding some red to the inner corner just to give you that extra volume. Just blending that in. And then a final dab of pink Donsler.
Boosh, boosh, boosh.
She's talking again when I'm doing the lipstick.
Shh.
That's my worst nightmare.
Shh.
Okay, right.
Okay.
Let's have a bit of Fenty highlighter. Let's have a look.
Is this Riri's thing?
Yeah, this is Riri's. We love this one. We're going to go down here. To keep it 80s, this is going to be quite...
As it should be.
Bit of bronzer. Definitely would have been some nice bronze action around this time. I think we're almost done. I just fancy a touch more blush. One thing I'm going to do, and this is a nice tip actually, is to take a small brush, eye brush,
and brush a mouse with it.
I'm going to take a little bit of bronzer there. Look up, darling. And I'm going to go across with the bronzer.
Ooh, why?
Just because it kind of pulls the whole thing together. Sometimes it goes a little stark underneath when you're doing colours, and if you just add a little bit of bronzer, it doesn't give you a lived-in look, but it kind of just means that that line underneath
degrades out.
Exactly, that's the word I'm looking for. A final swirl over the lids. I always like to check. This is the moment now to kind of check that you like everything. Tonight you will be...
You die.
Let's see.
Okay, guys, this is it. This is my 80s assassin Robert Palmer glam look, which is very different for me. Lisa, thank you so much.
Welcome.
This is it, your modern take on 80s makeup. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure that you subscribe, ring the bell, comment, do you like it? What else would you like me to try? I love this.
I think it's great and it's fun. It's only makeup. Wear it one night and wash it off.
The fuchsia's bright.
The fuchsia is very bright.